Welcome, sports fans, and thanks for watching 912 Sports. I'm Sean Smoke, publisher of 912 Sports, joined here today by the head coach of the Ware County Gators baseball team, Coach Jamie Ammons. Coach, how you doing today, buddy?
Doing great, Sean. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing great, man. Appreciate you coming on. And, of course, Coach, we just wanted to get together and kind of recap the Gator season up until this point. We got a huge series that starts Tuesday with the Coffee County Trojans. We got a home game Tuesday, got to travel to Douglas on Thursday, and then come back home on Friday for a big 3-game series. But let's go back. Coach just come off of a sweep from Wayne County. Kind of our goals have changed. Before that series started, the Gators, of course, had hoped to play for a region championship. That didn't develop, but, man, we've got a huge series in front of us right now. If we can figure out a way to get 2 out of 3 from the Coffee County Trojans, we're going to go into the playoffs as a number 2 seed, and the most important thing about that is we actually get to host, sleep in our own beds. But let's go back and talk a little bit about this team and how we've gotten to this point, Coach. You've got 3 seniors that play for you, Caleb Stewart, Jet Justice, and Jordan Aspinwall, and all 3 of those guys have been huge factors in getting you guys to this point.
Absolutely. Caleb, Jet, and Jordan, are the group of seniors that came in when I came in. This is my 4th season, and those guys have really bought into what we're doing here at Ware County and have been excited. Definitely been exciting to watch, and I'm definitely going to miss them next year, and hopefully we can, continue on a little roll, make a playoff run to end their career and send them on their way. Jet's going to have an opportunity to play baseball at East Georgia, and right. Caleb's got an opportunity to play at Georgia State. So both of those guys are going to continue their career, but we want to send them off on a successful note here at Ware County.
All right. And one of the other things that I've noticed about this team, we've had the luxury of calling all of the games for the Gators on 912 Sports. We appreciate the opportunity to do that. But it's been your young pitching staff. You've gotten 2 outstanding sophomore pitchers in Caden Henderson and Landon Dean. Yeah, Landon Dean. And then you've got a crop of juniors with Noah Hooks and Carter Barnes that have really just have been your lockdown, your go-to pitchers. Talk a little bit about all 4 of those guys and what they've meant to your pitching staff.
Each one of those guys have accepted their role on the staff, and they know each day that they have an opportunity to throw. The way we like to do things on Tuesdays and Fridays is to break it up and not ask a guy to go 110, and that seems to work best for this staff. And then Caden and Landon split games very well. They complement each other. They do things differently, and that's what as far as throwing all 3 of those guys in a different game or as far as in the same game, they bring different stuff to the table. And Landon and Caden's kind of toted us a lot and pitched in different ball games. He's got a bulldog mentality, and he's just got a demeanor that doesn't seem to get rattled very easily, and he goes out there and handles and executes a game plan, hopefully to perfection today. But we're going to see Landon Dean's also that other guy, sophomore that you're talking about. He has started games and closed games as well. They split time, and like I said, Noah Hooks is also in the rotation. He's a different pitcher than anyone we have. He throws a palm ball, curveball, changeup, and a fastball for strikes. And, his games are the quickest games I've ever coached. A lot of times you'll look up in the 7th and he's sitting at 60, 70 pitches, and it's a complete game. Carter Barnes is another junior that throws, and he does outstanding when he gets the ball. He throws 3 pitches for strikes as well, in kind of a different role. Carter kind of is my long relief guy. I haven't started him a lot this year, and I like him out of the bullpen. I like what he brings out of the bullpen, kind of complementing some velocity differential there that we have in our pitching staff. And the other guy who's thrown this year is Caleb Stewart. Caleb's our shortstop, but I also like to use him as a closer and a stopper, so to speak. If we get in a situation where we need 3 outs, Caleb can throw at any point. And that's all 5 of these guys play positions. So as far as a PO or anything like that, I've got those guys on the field. So getting them ready, getting them loose is a challenge sometimes. And sometimes you ask them to come from shortstop, third, or first to the mound and get some outs for you.
Right. Well, and you talked about Caden Henderson. You nicknamed him Bulldog. It sounds like he's going to be your starter today. But I go back to that Glenn game, Coach. Here's a kid, a sophomore now, not a senior, not a grizzled veteran, but a sophomore who gives up 7 runs in the first inning of a game, but then comes back and gets 14 out of the next 15 batters out. And they're just kids don't have that mentality. Most kids, after giving up those 7 runs, would have folded up their 10 and came back to fight another day. This kid showed me everything I needed to know about him in that situation. Getting knocked around, getting hammered, but then coming back, shutting down the next 14 out of 15 batters. I think that just tells you everything you need to know about Caden Henderson.
Sean, I've never been a part of an inning of baseball to where we saw that many hits just in the perfect location. It's not – they barreled some balls, don't get me wrong, but they were those bloop hits, the singles, the Texas Leaguers, whatever you want to call them, that just found the right spot on our field. And then he settled in. And from that day on, like you said, we kind of saw and knew what we were going to get from Caden, and that's a go-getter mentality. And he, has the mentality of give me the ball and I'm going to throw it and let the cards fall where they may.
Exactly. Well, Coach, a huge series today starts at Ware County at 6 o'clock. You're going to be hosting the Coffee County Trojans. You guys come in with identical regional records. I know you've scouted this team. Tell me a little bit about what you see when you look at the Coffee County Trojans.
Unfortunately, with the way our schedule works, I haven't got to see them. But my staff has been on the road and watched them a couple of times, and through some stuff watching those games and that kind of thing. We have a game plan. We hope it's going to be able to execute. And at this point, the old football adage, the hay is in the barn. So
right.
we got to go and execute. And today's going to start that series. Game 1 of a 3-game series is the biggest game in the series. So hopefully, and we're at home, so hopefully we'll have a good crowd, give these fans a good showing today. And Coffee's a tough team. Coach Jones does a great job over there, and he and I came in at the same time, and kind of we used to open up with each other each year, and that was our regular season opener. Now we're going to get to close for the next 2 years and finish out the season with each other. And I remember sitting over there when we drew numbers for region, and when we drew each other this last week, we knew it was going to come down to this week in some form. It was going to matter at some point because these 2 teams were going to be in the mix. And unfortunately, last week we didn't take care of business against Wayne, but then that's over, and we've got a great opportunity this week, 3 games, 2 at home, and we want to get after some Trojans and get our home playoff game. The first time I think in 7 years that we've had a home playoff game here at Ware. So that's important, and we want to give that to our community, and these kids deserve it, and our school.
Right. And what do you see as Coffee's strengths? Is there hitting? Is it their pitching? Is there defense? What do you guys have to be better than Coffee at?
Everything. They're good at everything they do, and they're scrappy. They've scored runs this year. They've played great defense, and they throw it on the mound. We've got to be clean on all facets of our game this week, and really be on our P's and Q's, and not shoot ourselves in the own foot. We got to handle our bunt defenses, handle run downs, have good 2-strike approaches, and avoid the strikeout and that kind of thing. So I don't know. I can't pinpoint one area because they're good at everything.
All right, Coach. Well, you guys get there this afternoon. Look forward to broadcasting the game on 912sports.net. Anybody who wants to listen can tune in. It's free. Just go to our website, click broadcast, click on the Ware icon, and you can listen to all the play-by-play action. Coach Conley and myself will be back in. Appreciate Kevin Price filling in for me last Friday night over in Wayne. I was a little bit under the weather, but going to be back on the mic today, so really looking forward to it. Coach, it's a huge series. We all know how important it is, but let's try to go get one today, and then we'll worry about Thursday on Thursday.
I'm going to tell the boys here in a few minutes, 1 pitch at a time, 1 out at a time, 1 inning at a time, and then we'll go 1 game at a time. So let's focus on – we got to focus on what we can do today to make ourselves better and give us a chance to win a ball game.
Exactly. All right, Coach, we appreciate your time. Look forward to seeing you tonight, and we'll talk to you soon. Go Gators.
Right. Thanks, Sean. Go Gators.
All righty. That's Coach Jamie Ammons, head coach of the Ware County Gators, as they get set for a big region series with the Coffee County Trojans. Second place is on the line. You can check it out on 912sports.net broadcast. But until then, may all your check marks go in the win column.